Hi Roshni, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. What about you?
I am doing excellent as well. Really excited to meet you. We couldn't meet the last time, but very happy that finally we get to meet. And yeah, how are you doing? How are things going with you?
It's all right. I'm doing very well. And thank
Mhm.
you so much for having me here today.
You're most welcome. All right. So, Roshni, I'll give you a little brief about myself. You already know my name. I am a communication coach and a soft skills trainer. I was born and raised in Kolkata, but I have been staying in Pune for the last almost 10 years now. And I love interacting with people. Hence, this YouTube journey is very interesting because I get to meet new people like you every day, and I get so much of love and support for you guys. So, thank you so much for that. And apart from my training and apart from YouTube, whenever I get some time, I love traveling, I love cooking, and I also love spending time with my friends and family. So that's a little bit about me. If you have any specific questions, I would definitely love to answer that for you later. But yeah, why don't you tell me a little bit about you?
My name is Roshni Visakarma and I belong to a small district of Uttar Pradesh. And I'm pursuing my bachelor's in arts and currently I'm in second year. And
Mm-hmm.
we are a family of 6 members and I'm the only girl with three brothers and my mom and dad. And talking about my hobbies, so I like singing, dancing and studying.
Ah, wonderful. Very nice. What kind of singing? Like, do you practice any classical or is it just like regular singing?
It's a regular singing, just a hobby.
Just a hobby. Okay, interesting. So you are the only girl of, of the family, so you must be very pampered and very loved, isn't it?
Kind of.
Kind of. Okay, wonderful. Great to know that. All right. So tell me, Roshni, what are your aspirations? What is it that you want to do in life?
Currently, I'm preparing for a government job and
Hmm.
I want to do something related to online only. You can say I want to make career on YouTube also. That's a question in my mind for years, you can say. But as you're a life coach, so is it fine if I ask you a question related to life or personality
Sure.
development?
Sure. Yeah.
So, as we are seeing in this world, in this crowded world and modern world where things are offline and online too, so it's really hard to identify people. We have seen a lot of cases in 2023, 2024, where women were the victims majorly because yeah, people create a facade about them and hide their originality, their original nature. So this is, I want to ask you the question, like what can be the key observations that we can do to find the true nature of a person, to identify a person?
I think that's a brilliant question, and you have actually, spoken about something which is very relevant in today's time, and very rightly said that we have seen a lot of cases. However, not just women, men have also been victims, right? So it is a generic issue that's going on nowadays where people are trying to sabotage someone's emotions, their feelings, and they are trying to take advantage of it in different ways possible, right? So the first and foremost thing that I feel in any sort of relationship, like it can be friendship, it can be just your neighbor, it can be anybody, right? Whenever you want to understand the authenticity or how much that other person is also involved in it, look for the signs which are important, which means how much is that person interested in revealing their information. How many times, especially if it is online, I generally don't trust online. But of course, people are getting into relationships. People are deciding to get married, by online, interactions. Um, I generally feel it is way too risky because no matter how much you talk to somebody over phone, until and unless you get to meet them in person, you get to see where they live, what they do, it is very risky. And for me, it's not safe, like if you ask me personally. But even if you are taking that step, it is very important to get that information vetted, especially in today's time, because when we know that there are even voice changing softwares which are available, that somebody can talk to you by changing their voice, you never know who is there on the other end, right? um, with deep fake in the picture, you can never even trust the video that you are seeing in front of you, or the person that you are seeing in front of you. So I personally feel it's just way too risky to risk your own emotions. But yeah, if you definitely have to get into something like that where you are trying to trust a person, always try and see how much can you trust them, how much are they revealing to you, are they getting on frequent calls with you, are they getting on frequent video calls with you, are they showing you their surroundings live on camera, or are they just sending you videos, are they introducing, like, are they getting to show you their family members, their friends, their surroundings. So the more you can see these things, these are at least little signs that, yeah, okay, this is not the only person that I'm in contact with, there are other people involved, right? But I still feel that personally checking out or getting it checked out by somebody is definitely an important step, especially in today's time, because at the end of the day, we need to remember that, yes, we say that when we are believing someone, it has to be from your heart. But in today's time, you sometimes have to take care of your own heart as well, is what I feel.
Yes. According to you, it's transparency, right? So if the person,
Transparency is very important. Yes, and it doesn't even matter if it is an online relationship, or is it an actual relationship that you have with somebody in your real surroundings, right? Transparency in any relationship, be it a spousal relationship, or be it a friendship, or be it a relationship with your parents, your family members. Transparency is the key. Like, if there is no transparency, it means you do not trust the other person, or the other person doesn't trust you, and then that is not the basis of a good relationship, isn't it?
yes, yes. Ma'am, there is another aspect of it. Means this is what I feel, and it's I observe also, like women are emotionally weak, you can say. They keep their rationality aside and put their emotions first. I'm not saying everyone, but some of them really are, because we have seen the major victims are only women and girls. So, what can you, I mean, yeah, what will you suggest to how to be mentally strong for a woman, especially for a woman?
Well, that's a great question again, but you know what, I feel women are actually very strong, and every woman is very strong. They have that strength. That's why they have the strength to open up their hearts and give out all the love, all the trust that they have to somebody else, because that's not something easy, right? Now, if they get, if they get betrayed, or if they get cheated on the other side, right? That's when you actually see the real strength of that woman, because she is able to pick herself up, and she is able to move on with her life, uh, mostly like a very victorious person. Also, what I feel is, along with the strong nature of a woman, along with the strength, women or females, right, they in general are of a very loving and giving nature. That's the natural instinct that has been given to women, that we are blessed with, right? So in that, sometimes they stop valuing their own selves, they stop valuing their own emotions, they stop valuing what they like, what they don't like, right? For example, they will ask everyone in the home, what do you want to eat today, what do you want to eat today? But hardly they will make something that they love eating without asking anybody else. That's a very small example, and there are so many other examples which we can see, right? So I feel it is something that has been taken advantage of, but I also see that it is a strength. It is a very, strong characteristic of a person to put everybody else first and to put their needs and requirement first and then think about their own self. That also requires a lot of strength. But I'm happy to see that nowadays, at least because of this awareness, women are trying to put themselves first. But to be very honest, even if they are trying to put themselves first, their feminine nature that they have still pushes them to care for people and to look out for others and to look after others needs. But yes, of course, they are gaining that strength with the kind of content that we see nowadays, with the kind of speeches that we see nowadays from so many strong women. I think women are slowly and steadily trying to rewire themselves, and they are trying to get to prioritize themselves as well, along with their loved ones, right? But overall, I feel the strength is definitely there in every woman. It's just that, we need to recognize it. We need to feel that strength, and we need to make a conscious effort in recognizing that strength.
I can relate it with it. I can relate it with, and I can see this thing is true for women, but I'm especially talking about girls who are drawn to these facade creating people. So yeah, is it not right that they are emotionally weak and they are not focusing on what is true, and they are just drawn towards the person who is creating facade about him, or yeah, something like this. So I'm talking about girls mostly, because as I have
Yeah.
seen in other areas, it is happening a lot.
Yeah, so if you look at it, that also has another angle. When we talk about girls getting into all of this, number one is the fact that there must be some sort of a void in their life where they haven't received the kind of love or the kind of belonging, and that is one void that has been created. And when they see that, okay, online this is an easy escape, I am not being judged, I am not being questioned, and maybe there is somebody who is ready to accept me the way I am, that is probably a very tempting thing for them, right? That, okay, this is safe, right? And then they lose that rationale to think that, is it safe? Also, there is very less awareness on this topic because most people, like, parents will tell you, parents have always told us that you shouldn't speak to strangers, you shouldn't go and eat anything that a stranger gives you. But I don't think this part of parenting has still been updated, like our mobile phones keep getting updated every now and then, right? But in parenting, I don't think there is a dialogue that is going on consciously about you shouldn't trust people online, or you shouldn't indulge yourself in online conversations with strangers. You shouldn't talk about yourself, or you shouldn't expose yourself to any person who you don't know in your real life and who are just a virtual being. It's not safe, right? So that is also another thing. There is less awareness, and they are also maybe trying to look for an easy option or an easy or a safe space where they can be vulnerable, where they can talk about what they want. Because see, at the end of the day, it's very simple. All of us, we want to be heard and we want to be understood. Now, wherever you get it, you are drawn towards it, right? So that's why it is happening. And also because, when this happens, the people who are the, perpetrators, they are aware that, okay, I can easily fool this person. They know what to say, they know the right things to say, right? And that is why it's a very vicious cycle. And it is important that you are aware, you as a person are aware what are the pros, what are the cons of every action that you are taking. Not just this, not just getting into online commitments or online relationships or online friendships, but any action that you are taking in life, anything that you are doing for yourself, it is important to have that conversation with yourself and to be aware that, these are the pros, these are the cons. Do I want to go ahead? So having that dialogue with yourself helps in this sort of a situation.
So, you said it correctly.
Yeah. So
And
I think, Roshni, you have asked amazing questions. I really loved because this was so fresh after a long time, something out of English and something out of the regular discussions. So thank you so much for being so innovative and so wonderful, asking so wonderful questions. I wish you all the very best for all your future endeavors, whatever you want to do. And we are there on Skype. You can ping me if you have any questions, if you have any doubts, and we will definitely try and connect once again in future. And maybe we can talk about some more interesting topic. Yeah.
okay, this is the last question. So yes, I didn't speak a lot, but I hope you identified. So on the scale of 1 to 10, how much would you rate my English?
Okay, so more than English, I think English, you are definitely, not at a very beginner level. You are somewhere in the intermediate space where you are trying to make sentences and frame sentences nicely. What I want to tell you is to work on your overall communication skills, because I see you can do a lot more in terms of your confidence, in terms of your articulation, how you are putting your thoughts into words, how you are managing your voice, your tone, your expressions, your body language. That can definitely be worked on a lot. So start focusing on all of that, because at the end of the day, English is just a language, but your communication overall is going to be extremely important, especially since you want to make a career online or on YouTube. These things are extremely important. So start paying attention to those attributes.
So much, ma'am. Thanks so much.
Okay, you're most welcome. All right, Roshni, thank you so much for joining in today. You have a wonderful day. Enjoy the weekend, and I'll maybe see you in the future again.
Enjoy your day.
Bye.